ones in your life that have always been there. Your day ones. That's what we're going to call them. Your day ones. Whether that's friends, family, love, whatever. Or the things you're passionate about. You're going to just appreciate that so much. And let me not fail to mention. Whatever. The most important love you need to have is for yourself. Because you will look an entire lifetime for a love you're looking for that is readily available to you now. Don't give your love to somebody else when it's really the self-love that you need to give. Pour yourself up. I realized that the more self-love that I give myself, the more that the people who need me to give them love and they don't want to give it to themselves, they don't want to give it back to me, the more that they start to kind of like remove themselves in my life. And those who are filling themselves up and giving love freely just like me easily stay in my life, float in my life, stay connected without there having to be a feeling of possession, or there's a sense of freedom and things like that. And you know, if you just let the universe, God, source, whatever you believe in, if you just let that energy float freely, I guarantee you're gonna get what you're looking for. Okay. So it's very short and sweet. We do not have any retrograde Venus energy this year. At least something, right? But love should be, this is the best way I can describe it. My first memory of true love or real love, or what real love is when I was a little girl and I was in kindergarten. There was my kindergarten classroom was like around a hallway, and then you had to turn a corner to get to the front door. And my grandfather picked me up every day, and I think this is like indicative of Virgo, Venus and Virgo energy, or that kind of energy where even though I had to turn a corner before I could see him, real love is, as a little girl walking out of that classroom, excited to see him and knowing that 100% of the time when I turned that corner, he would always be there. Like, that is something that I pull from today, of knowing what real love is. To know that it does not disappoint you, that it is consistent, that it is dependable, but just that feeling of, oh, I'm so excited to see him. I turn that corner and he's sitting right there. And how at peace Pisces.